A troubling new snapshot is shedding light on an uneven racial playing field through the lens of Canadian sports. Here's CTV's Colton Praill on stick handling, the pervasive problem.
3 years after Akeem Alou blew the whistle on racism in hockey, progress has been slow.
Some people are scared enough in these leagues that have control to do the bare minimum, but we still haven't got to a place where we really got people's minds and hearts opened up to real change.
A new report from Statistics Canada shows nearly 1 in 5 Canadians say they've experienced or witnessed acts of racism and discrimination in sports. Alou says it shows how little things have changed since he was victimized by his former NHL coach.
Sometimes you sit there and you blame yourself. Maybe I should have been called the N-word, right? Like crazy things go through your mind.
But the incident spread far beyond NHL ice, even past athletes themselves. The report found spectators were more likely to be victims of discrimination or racism, something former professional women's hockey player Soroya Tinker is familiar with.
So in that sense, my mom would even hear a lot of the things that were said around her when people didn't realize that I was her daughter.
Racism was the most common form of discrimination experienced, as were attacks based on gender or sexual orientation. Oftentimes, abuse was verbal, with nearly half of all reported incidents involving insults or name-calling. Threats and harassment and physical assaults occurred at a lesser degree. Advocates say victims are often relying on resolutions from the same sporting organizations in charge of the environment where they were abused.
So we need to make sure that we have an independent third party that is experienced in sport matters and that has the right type of representation and inclusive representation.
Critics say too often complaints are being registered but not properly dealt with by provincial and national sporting bodies. They're pushing for more concrete consequences or funding cuts for those who don't comply. Omar.
All right, Colton, thanks.